Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a beauty review and it's going to be a review on the Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Contour Concealer from their Double Duty Beauty line. And if you're interested in learning about this popular little concealer and if it's something that'll work for you, oh my god, my cats, just keep watching. She's being a little monster this morning. Okay, so a lot of people have heard about this little contour stick. A lot of people have been really into it. It's been really hyped. I know Manny Makeup Artist talked about this being in his July favorites. I've used this for a little bit and I wanted to give you guys a review on it. Now, I generally use a variety of different concealers each day. It's about 2 to 3 different concealers depending on what I'm doing. If I'm concealing dark circles under my eyes, if I'm lightening and brightening, you know, certain areas for contour, or if I just generally have spots that need to be covered because of sunspots, because I get freckles, or if it's, you know, I get a hormonal breakout. I love and I really rely on concealer to make my complexion and my makeup and everything look really flawless. So that being said, I had needed to get a new concealer. I ran out of one of them a few weeks ago and I decided to give this little guy a whirl. You'll have to forgive my fingers if they're blue. My hair just got dyed yesterday, which means my fingers are going to be blue forever. But I do want to say that I was in between getting this one and the one from Too Faced, the Born This Way concealer. And I actually decided to get this one based on the consistency. Now, the Born This Way concealer reminds me a little bit more of Urban Decay's concealer, which I really, really love. But the fact is I was looking for something a little bit thicker and something that's not going to crease as much. Because I'm older, underneath my eyes, even though I am very careful about how I treat my under eye areas, I'm very gentle, I use very good eye cream, I still have little lines underneath there that I'm very careful to make sure that when I put on under eye makeup that it doesn't crease, because it will crease very fast. I don't like baking too much because just in Florida in the heat, it just doesn't feel comfortable to me. It feels a little bit too dry. So I try not to bake unless I absolutely have to. So I like to use really good concealers that are going to do the job with just a little bit of setting powder and not a super bake. So I did want to give this a whirl and I was really interested in this based on the consistency. Now I got the lightest color. This is in Fair, but they do have a variety of different colors, so you can use these as concealers. You can also use these as contour sticks if you like a cream contour. So that is something that's really neat about these. There she goes. Maybe she'll behave. I do want to show you the consistency. I'm going to show you on this hand because this hand's all blue because I was putting up my hair this morning and it wasn't working. Alright, so the applicator is nice and ginormous. Now, some people like this, some people don't. I really like this because it's really smooth and easy to put on the concealer where I want it because I cover large swaths of land. But anyway, this is the consistency of it. As you can see, it's really very thick. It's super duper thick. Which is good and bad. It's good if you're looking for a very thick concealer. Again, look at my blue fingers, just ignore that. But it is really good because it doesn't crease that easily because of its consistency. Now, I tried Trish McAvoy's, I'm so bad at names, concealer that had like really good like eye health properties, like, you know, like skincare for your eyes. I can't say words, you know that. And they're like, oh, this has so many health benefits for your eyes. It's got like skincare for your eyes in this. And it was so watery and it creased literally the second I blinked. I'm like, nope. I've used other really high-end concealers. I've used Clé de Pose. I use La Mer's. I really like Marc Jacobs. And all those do really, really well. But I don't want to go through, I don't know what my cats are doing back there. I don't want to go through a $70, $90, $100 concealer a month because it's the only thing that works. So I was looking for a good substitute for the really high-end expensive ones that I could use and not worry about, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go broke because I need this crazy concealer consistency that I can really only find in super high-end. Thus, this guy. This is supposed to have a lot of different health properties. It has skin-vigorating ingredients. It has shea butter, sunflower, peony, licorice root, and vitamin E. It's also cruelty-free, which is really nice. Again, this is the Shape Tate from the Double Duty Beauty line from Tarte. I do believe you can only get this at Ulta. I don't think, or you might also be able to get it on Tarte's website, but I don't think you can get it from Sephora. So just if you go to Sephora looking for this and they don't have it, it's probably because it's only available at Ulta or on Tarte's website. A link where you can get this below. If you're interested in looking at it and checking it out. I do like Tarte's Double Duty Beauty line. I use a variety of different products from that line and I really, really like it. So this is obviously no exception. So let's go into the pros with this. First and foremost is the coverage. For me, when it comes to concealing, is I want it to conceal dark circles, spots, redness, discoloration, and also brighten. That's the biggest thing for me with concealers, is I need them to brighten without looking too white or too disjointed from my foundation. I don't want it to look like I have white and then skin tone. I like a light skin tone that looks like it's naturally blending into my cheeks, so everything looks cohesive and blended together, and like one skin tone that just looks flawless rather than I caked on makeup everywhere to achieve this effect. So with the skin tone, with the color shade of this, it matches my skin tone pretty much almost perfectly. So when I put on my bronzer and my foundation and everything and I put this on, it does brighten up just enough to look really natural and pretty, and not so much like I'm put on a really super duper light concealer to brighten. It just looks natural and really pretty, and I do really love that. I do really, really love the formula. It doesn't crease that bad. So this is going to be a pro and a con. It doesn't crease that bad, and actually it's not horrible. But something that I did notice with this in long time wear is that when it creases, you can really, really notice it on me. Now again, this is on my, I'm going to be 32 in 2 weeks, so I don't have younger skin. So obviously if you have younger skin and you don't have issues with like fine lines under your eyes, you're probably not going to have this problem. You can probably get around this problem also by baking with this, but I don't like to bake every day just because it is uncomfortable in the humidity and the heat of Florida. So this does a really, really good job most of the day of making sure everything is nice and seamless and no creases, but once it does start to crease, it is pretty apparent, and I have noticed that. So I can't use it up here because I do have, like, you know, those lines because I constantly squint in Florida because it's so bright. So it does crease pretty drastically and quickly here, so I have to use another concealer up here, but under my eyes it does work really well because it doesn't crease that fast. It'll probably crease if I put it on in the morning, like around 9 or 10, probably around like 4 or 5, like around the time I'm coming home, and I might touch up my makeup before I leave. So it's not the end of the world. It does last most of the day before it does start creasing, but again, when it does, it's like these lines that you can see because it is so thick. Like it's pretty apparent that my makeup is creasing and there's lines in it. So that's the pro and the con. The pro, that it does last a good long while without creasing. The con, when it does start creasing, it is ridiculously noticeable. Overall, I generally really like this little concealer. I am really glad I picked it up. I do like the consistency. It does feel really nice under my eyes and on my face. It does a really good job of, like I said, blending in with my skin tone and my foundation for looking like I have a natural lightness and glow to my face without it looking like I have like a concealer on that's like 3 shades lighter than my foundation and just everything looks disjointed and not even. I will say again that this doesn't crease until later on in the day, and when it does crease, it is ridiculously noticeable. But again, that is based on my skin. I'm going to be 32. I do have some fine lines under my eyes, so this might not be an issue at all for anyone who doesn't have fine lines under their eyes or is a lot younger than I am. I would generally recommend this. I'm going to give this product a B+. I would give it an A when it does crease on me. It does crease super noticeably, and there's other concealers that I use that do crease as well, but it's not super noticeable like this one, which is why this product gets a B+. But I will probably be repurchasing this because it is really nice. It does a really fantastic job at concealing my under eyes, my dark circles under my eyes, and really like mixing and meshing well with my foundation so everything looks natural and nothing looks disjointed. It's very comfortable to wear, and I absolutely love this giant applicator. I really, really enjoy it. So generally overall B+ product, but it'll probably be an A+ product or an A product for other people, just because the reason why this gets a B+ is specific to my skin and my experiences with it. It still is a ridiculously good product. I would definitely recommend at least going and swatching it and checking it out. Again, you can get it at Ulta, and I don't know if you can get it from Tarte's website. I'm pretty sure it'd be silly if they didn't have this available at Tarte's website, but I'm pretty sure this is not available at Sephora. So anyway, that's my little review on the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and I hope you find reviews like this helpful. In any case, if you do like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you like content like this and you like me, feel free to subscribe. It's free, I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, and sometimes also on the weekends as well. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye!